watching LivingPianos.com, and I'm Robert Estrin. Today's subject is the most important element of music. The most important element of music is rhythm. Rhythm, and you might think, what about the notes? Well, sometimes I describe it this way. Let's say there was a party, and you knew where the party was, you knew what it was about. It was a birthday party. You know who it was for. It was for your friend. You knew everything about this. You knew whether you were supposed to bring presents or not, what they liked, what your activities were going to be. But if you don't know when that party is, guess what? No party. You need to know the when. It's perhaps the most important element of music is rhythm. I can demonstrate that for you in a very simple fashion. I'm going to play a very famous piece with no rhythm. I'm just going to play all the notes equally and see if you can identify what it is. You may be able to, only because it's uber famous. But listen to it and how drastically different this sounds without the rhythmic component. Now, many of you probably got that. What was that? Same exact notes with a rhythmic context, and it's an entirely different ballgame. Rhythm is so intrinsically important. Pitch, of course, is important. Texture. There are many elements that are important, but without rhythm, what do you have? You really have nothing unless you put it in some context of time. And it's really human nature because our entire experience is based upon the element of time. We go through life in a linear fashion, after all, moment to moment. It's the way we relate to everything. And once you take rhythm out of the equation, you could play all the notes of a piece. There they are. It's meaningless if you don't have a rhythmic context. They come in one order after the other in a certain amount of time. So that's why it's so vitally important in your practice to count out your rhythm. Composers weren't haphazard about rhythmic notation. Things are written precisely for a reason, because as you could hear in that first example, a drastic example, without the rhythm, Beethoven's Fifth Symphony doesn't sound like much of anything, does it? And this is true of all your music. I encourage all of you in your practice to count carefully your rhythm, measure your rhythm with a metronome, and double and triple check the note values, because that's what brings music alive and gives it its meaning. I know this is a short video for you, but such an important topic, and I'm curious how all of you feel about that, and how many of you got the musical example right off the bat, and how many of you were surprised at that. That was the most famous piece, one of the most famous pieces in the world. Again, I'm Robert Estrin. This is LivingPianos.com, your online piano resource. Thank you for subscribing, ring the bell, and thumbs up. It makes YouTube algorithm. Share this with other people. I'd love everybody to be able to enjoy the piano and music as much as you do for tuning in, which I thank you for. We'll see you next time.